I'm Jake, just your average invisible guy in this tiny Midwestern town where everything feels stuck in time. We're talking long, empty streets, creaky old wooden houses, and a high school where everyone's only dream is to graduate and get the hell out. Me? I've got a plan. Bust my ass studying, snag a scholarship, then bolt to a big city, New York, San Francisco, somewhere I can finally be myself without everybody judging. Being gay here is like living locked in a closet with no key, and I've gotten real good at keeping my mouth shut. But then there's Ethan. God, Ethan, he hit me like a fucking hurricane. Tall, built like a brick house from all that football, messy blonde hair, and those blue eyes that look like the sky right after a storm. He's the classic straight jock every girl at school drools over, always hanging with his rowdy crew causing trouble. They take over the hallways, laughing loud as hell, sometimes slamming lockers or tossing shit at guys like me. Ethan never missed a chance to mess with me. A shoulder check in passing, some snide comment about my clothes, or just that cold stare full of hate. I never got why. We had nothing in common. I avoided him like the plague, but it felt like he went out of his way to find me. The first time I really clocked that hate was on a rainy afternoon. I was holed up in the library, grinding on an American history essay, hoping killer grades would get me out of here. Door swings open hard, and in walks Ethan with that signature smirk. "Hey, weirdo," he calls out loud enough for the librarian to glare. He saunters over, snatches my book, flips through it. "What the hell are you reading? Nothing better to do?" I try to stay cool, fists clenched under the table so I don't shake. My heart's pounding, not just from fear, but something else. Up close like that, I can smell his sweat mixed with cheap cologne, his huge body blocking the light. Hate to admit it, but Ethan's hot as fuck. That all-American muscle type I only jerk off thinking about on lonely nights. He tosses the book back, laughs loud. "Think you're smarter than me? Bet you'll rot in this town just like everyone else." I don't say shit, just stare at the floor. But in my head, no, I'm getting out. "What about you, Ethan? What are you gonna do with your life besides bullying guys like me?" I had no idea that behind all that rough bullshit, he was looking at me in a whole different way. After that, things got worse. Every day at school felt like a war. But deep down, I started wondering, why me? And why, even though I hated him, couldn't I stop thinking about him? I never thought I'd have to spend more than 5 minutes around Ethan, let alone a whole week. But life loves fucking with you. One recess, he's at it again in the hallway. I'm trying to weave through the crowd when his shoulder slams into mine, sends me sprawling, books flying everywhere. I snap, first time ever, and shove him back hard. Big mistake. He looks shocked for a second. Then that smirk creeps up. "Oh, little guy wants to fight?" He shoves harder. I hit the ground again, and before I can get up, the vice principal shows. Result: both of us sentenced to a week cleaning out the old storage shed behind the gym. Dusty as hell, crammed with junk from forever ago. First day, I show up early in an old hoodie and a mask cause of the dust. Ethan rolls in late, still in his football jersey like he came straight from practice. Doesn't say a word, just glares and starts hauling heavy boxes. I'm sorting deflated basketballs, rusty old trophies, moldy uniforms. The place is cramped, smells like damp rot, light barely sneaking through a spiderweb-covered window. We work in silence, just breathing and clanging sounds. By day 3, I can't take it. "Why do you always have to do this shit?" I blurt when he accidentally drops a stack of boxes right by my feet. He stops, turns to me. For the first time, his eyes aren't challenging or mocking. He looks tired. I don't know, he mutters, voice rough. Then he plops down on an old crate, wipes sweat off his forehead. "You're getting out, right? Scholarship, big city, all that." I'm stunned, speechless. How'd he know? I only told the guidance counselor. "I see you always studying, always serious. You've got goals." Me? He scoffs, but at himself. "I'll just rot here, like my dad. He was the star quarterback back in the day. Now he just sits at the bar reliving glory days." I'm standing there holding some faded 1987 gold medal, not knowing what to say. Ethan, the big, rough, center of attention guy, is sitting there admitting he's jealous. Of me, the invisible kid he bullies. I don't hate you, he says quieter, so low I strain to hear. I just don't know how to talk to you. He stares at his dusty shoes. My heart starts racing weirdly. The space between us feels tighter, even in this huge shed. I sit a safe distance away. Then why not try talking normal instead of knocking me down all the time? He actually smiles, a real one. 'Cause I'm an idiot. And because he trails off, shakes his head. Forget it. We keep working, but the vibe shifts. He starts asking about my plans, colleges I'm aiming for. I tell him, still guarded. He listens, nods, asks more. When time's up, he grabs the heaviest box for me without a word. Next day, he shows up early. Day after, he brings 2 cold waters, hands me one without eye contact. Hot as balls in here, he mumbles. I'm starting to see it. In this dusty old shed, Ethan's not the bully anymore. He's a guy trying to figure out how to say something he doesn't even fully get yet. And me, I'm scared I'm starting to get him way more than I should. Punishment week ends, but we keep coming back. At first by accident. I forgot a book he needed to check for missed balls. Then it becomes routine. After school, when it's empty, we sneak in, lock the door, sit in the middle of all that old junk like it's the only place in the world that's ours. First just talking. He asks about big cities, if life's really different there. I tell him about San Francisco, the hills, the Castro where guys can hold hands in the street and nobody bats an eye. His eyes light up, then go dark. Sounds like paradise, he whispers. I'm stuck in hell forever. I want to tell him he could leave too, he doesn't have to stay. But I know it's pointless. His dad's assistant coach. Whole town's banking on him leading the team to state champs. Then full ride scholarship nearby. Path laid out since he was a kid. No choice. One afternoon, I'm sorting old school photos, he snatches one. It's his dad in '95, young and proud in the middle. He was everything here, Ethan says bitterly. Now I'm all he's got to relive it. He tears it in half, crushes it. I'd never seen him that angry. I step closer, put a hand on his shoulder. He tenses, then relaxes. His shoulders burning under the thin shirt. You're not him, I say. You're Ethan. You get to choose your own life. He turns. We're inches apart. I see every freckle on his nose. Feel his breath shake. Jake. He whispers like my name's a secret he's just learned. Then he kisses me. No warning, no explanation. His lips crash into mine, clumsy and desperate. I freeze for a second, then kiss back. My arms around his neck, his hands gripping my waist like I'll vanish. We make out in the dust and old memories, like 2 starving guys who just found water in the desert. After, we don't say much, just sit close, shoulders touching. Ethan starts changing. In the halls, he still jokes with his crew, plays the tough guy. But when they go for my locker, he shows up, voice ice cold. Leave him alone. They back off, confused. He's protecting me the only way he can, in the shadows. I teach him little things. How to see himself different. That muscles aren't everything, sensitivity isn't weak. One time I show him a poem I wrote in my notebook. Don't laugh. I write poetry. He reads it over and over. Then soft. You're really good. I blush hard. But the pressure builds. He's living 2 lives. Out there the straight star jock, in here crazy in love with another guy. Every time we're together, his eyes are darker, smiles rarer. Once he shows late, fists clenched white. Dad asked why I'm not focused, he says. I didn't know what to tell him. I hold him. He rests his head on my shoulder, sighs. I'm scared, Jake. Scared I'll fuck it all up one day. I don't know what to say. Just that every afternoon in the shed, we get closer. And riskier. 'Cause I'm not just into Ethan anymore. I'm in love with him, the guy tearing himself apart just to be with me. Everything shattered one night. Ethan doesn't show at the shed. I wait till dark, sitting in the junk, clutching the hoodie he once draped over me when I was cold. No text, no word. Just heavy silence I'd never known from him. Next morning, he shows at school with a bruise from eye to cheek. Swollen, split lip. His crew crowds asking. He smirks. Fought that freak Jake. Dude's nuts. I'm at the hall's end, hearing every word. Heart crushed. He's lying to cover something at home. I knew about his dad. He told me in the shed's dark, voice shaking, that he drinks and rages when the team loses or Ethan slacks. He thinks I'm his only shot at getting it back. I'd held him tight after, but now I'm just helpless. That evening's the sports awards banquet, big deal in this small town. Stadium packed, lights blazing, go Tigers, banners everywhere. Ethan's the star. Captain, hero, town's hope. I sit way up top, invisible, just watching him. Ceremony starts. Principal calls Ethan for player of the season. Thunderous applause. He steps up in clean uniform, perfect smile. But I see his hands shake on the mic. Then it happens fast. His friends, the ones who laughed with him daily, drag me from my seat, shove me onto the field in front of thousands. I fight, useless. Ethan's up on stage looking down. Eyes empty. One yells, "Yo, Ethan, prove it. Prove you're still a real man, not hanging with this outsider freak." Stadium goes dead quiet. Thousands staring. I look up at Ethan, begging him to say something, do something, but he stands frozen. Then he bows his head, spits on the ground right in front of me. Laughter erupts from his crew, spreads. Whistles, boos. Tears burn down my face. Not from humiliation, from losing the one person who really saw me. He turns away, his dad in front row clapping loudest, grinning proud. I run. Out of the stadium, through dark fields, till my legs give out. Collapse by the road. Hug my knees. Cry like a kid. All those shed afternoons, stolen kisses. Whispers, ashes now. I cut him off. Delete his number. Block everything. No apologies wanted, no seeing his face. Just focus on leaving ASAP. Scholarship approved. Waiting for the train. Ethan, rumors say, back to hero mode. Training hard, loud laughs, old crew. Nobody mentions that night. Like I never existed. But nights in bed. I remember how he looked at me in the shed. Not hate, but hunger. Wonder if he really hated me, or just protected himself the cruelest way. I decide to leave sooner. Scholarship comes fast. Can't stay another day. Pack room, clothes, books, the little I own. Mom asks why rush, I say early enrollment. She doesn't push, maybe knows I'm running. Last day before the train, I go back to the shed one more time. Not for Ethan. Sure he won't show. But to grab forgotten books and say goodbye to our little paradise. Door ajar as always. Dust floating in weak afternoon light. Familiar mold smell twists my gut. Digging through junk, find my notebook, then trip over something under boxes. Old leather journal, worn, not mine. Pick it up, open, nearly drop it. Ethan's. First pages scrawled over and over. Sorry, Jake. I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. Pages just sorry repeated till ink bleeds. Like rage or despair. I flip, hands shaking. Pages practicing kind words he never said aloud. You look beautiful when you smile. I love how you talk about the future. I want to go with you. Longer drafts. Like letters, Jake. I don't know how to say this. I never hated you. The only way I knew to get you to notice me longer was the worst way possible. Heart pounding to the middle. Sketches. Pencil drawings. Clumsy but clearly me. Reading in library. Smiling in shed. Under rain that day. Some of us together, sitting close, hands touching. Under each. Day 4. Day 7. Day I almost said it all. Then I get it. He never bullied me from hate. It was the only way he knew to get close. Shoves, teasing, all to make me notice. Getting in trouble on purpose, landing detention with me, just for shed time. He wasn't the predator. He was a guy destroying himself daily to be near the one he loved without admitting it. I collapse on the shed floor, clutch the journal to my chest, cry silently. Everything I thought, asshole, coward, traitor, crumbles. That stadium night, he didn't spit from hate. He did it 'cause Dad watched. Town watched, terrified losing everything if he didn't. Chose self-protection cruelest way, price was me. I'm not angry anymore, just aching. I keep the journal, tuck in backpack with last stuff. That night in bed, reread every page. every drawing. Decide something I'd never thought I'd do weeks ago. Phone out. New message to Ethan, number blocked but memorized. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. That's it. No blame, no questions, no explanation. Send, power off. Don't know if he reads, if he gets it, but if he loves me like those pages say, he'll find a way. Me, I'll stand at the station with 2 suitcases, wait to see if Ethan's brave enough to choose himself and us. I'm on the platform before dawn. Tiny station always cold, run down, wooden benches rotting, crackly speaker. 2 suitcases by my feet, 1 clothes, 1 books and few memories. Breath clouds in November chill. Don't know what I'm waiting for. Last night's text 1 sentence, phone off after. Maybe he didn't see. Maybe sleeping in big house with football trophies. Maybe already forgotten me. Train whistle far off sad. Headlight cuts fog. Heart races. Minutes till I board, gone forever. Bend for suitcases. Then running footsteps on concrete. I turn. Ethan. Running like escaping the world. No car. No fancy jacket. Just old backpack slung low. Eyes sunken deep. Hair wild. Thin hoodie in biting cold. Stop steps away, panting, hands on knees. We stare. No hello. No questions. No explanations. I see what days cost him. Face gaunt. Lips cracked. Blue eyes red from no sleep or crying. He left it all. Dad's expectations, football glory. Star future town forced since childhood. Here empty-handed, backpack and 1 decision fought all night. Train stops. Doors open. Sparse passengers board. He steps closer. Voice hoarse. I got your text. I say nothing, just look. I don't want you going alone, he whispers. Tears rise, but I hold. Just nod. He grabs 1 suitcase. Slings backpack, holds out hand. Not tight grip, just open, waiting. I take it. We board together. Train pulls out slow, gentle sway. We sit back row, shoulders touching. Watch through window. Town fades in dawn. Wooden houses, football field, old school, shed where it started and almost ended. All blurs in morning mist, gone over horizon. No more bully, no more victim, just 2 young guys, hand in hand, heading to unknown future. One will write ourselves, day by day, somewhere far where we can be us without hiding. Ethan leans head on my shoulder. His warmth spreads. Train speeds forward, and for the first time, we're not scared of anything.